queuing up a bit later than billed now on BBC Two. We're joining Jason Mohammed for today's World Snooker highlights.
Hello, a very good evening and welcome to highlights of the 2016 Betfred World Snooker Championship. Coming up, we'll see two former world champions attempt to move a step closer to the quarterfinals. The two marks, Selby and Williams, both taking on qualifiers. We have reached the second round stage and this is how we're shaping up. Ali Carter, the conqueror of defending champion Stuart Bingham, is up against Alan McManus. Ricky Walden, number 9 seed, plays four-time world champion John Higgins. What a match in prospect. Ding looking for revenge against Judd Trump after losing last year. Two-time world champion Mark Williams plays Michael Holt. Anthony McGill beats Sean Murphy in round 1. He takes on Marco Fu. The 5-time world champion Ronnie O'Sullivan meets Barry Hawkins. Mark Allen takes on 2015 Shanghai Masters champ Kyra Wilson. And the 2014 world champion Mark Selby started his match against English qualifier Sam Baird this afternoon.
The biggest match of Sam Baird's life against the legend that is Mark Selby, world number 1. Oh, wow. But that won't do anything for his nerves. That can only make him worse. But it's finished very nicely. Mark Selby be delighted to have taken the opening frame.
Very well played. Strong level now, 1 frame each.
Cued it well. And he's got a very, very good kiss.
Get back to where they were at the start. It's level turns, 2 frames each.
Hits it beautifully. Very good shot.
He's back in front again. Well played.
His 3rd century of the Crucible this year. He's 3 all.
There's a bit of a mess with that one. Back in front again at 4-3. It's well played. Very well played.
He levels up at 4-4 going into their second session.
And that second session resumes later this morning. Let's turn our attention to Marco Fu. He was beaten at this stage last year, losing to Judd Trump. But this year, the world number 14 has a great chance of making the quarterfinals. He's up against Scotland's Anthony McGill. This is Marco's 16th appearance at the Crucible. He's won 25 matches here. He led McGill at the end of the first session 5-3, stretching that to 9-7 at the end of the second session. And in the first frame of the evening session, this happened. Marco accidentally hitting Anthony McGill with his cue. He then tried to do a little bit of cleaning. Not sure if Anthony McGill was initially amused, but he sees the funny side of it. And McGill then won that frame thanks to a break of 97. Fu won the next to make it 10-8. Into frame 19 we go. McGill trailing by 25 points.
One. Having a smile to himself, Marco, but he can't be happy. Three.
The black, I think, has just got enough pass to make it not a potable black. So now he's faced with a situation: do you play the long blue or long yellow? Marco Fu knocked it in.
Yellow ball.
McGill was trailing 10-8. This is a lot more pressure on this one. Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, that was an excellent shot, and it was an excellent positional shot as well. It's so easy to snooker yourself. Either leave the cue ball in the baulk cushion or snooker yourself behind green and brown. That was excellent. Seven.
Black will go onto the pink spot. There's that one loose red to the left of the pink spot, which can get on quite nicely. But to leave it at distance again.
14.
This is not a great angle because he's going to have to play the cannon. Can't avoid the second red. And that was the problem, Stephen, wasn't it? You just concentrated so hard on the kiss, forgot the pot.
Yeah, it's a very easy thing to do. That's a disappointing end, especially after putting that great yellow. At the moment, he seems to be taking one step forward, two steps back in this match, Anthony McGill. Keeps on getting close and then missing shots, and Mark was able to pull away again. One. The two reds that are above the pink to the right, I think the bottom one will pot to the left corner.
I can see why Marco is walking around the table a little bit tenderly. We mentioned earlier on in commentary he's had a bit of trouble with his neck, and I can see now that's why he's walking around the table with virtually hardly moving his head. Sure he'd have been having physio for the last day or so to try and get it right.
8.
9.
Well, we know now whether this bottom red pots. If it doesn't pot, he'll have to play a cannon. If it does pot, he can avoid the cannon on the 2 reds and get onto that bottom red of 2. There's the perfect picture. It does pot.
Yeah, they both pot. Oh, screw off top and right hand side cushion here. Get that nicely. Very good shot.
14. $15.
This will be a bit of a body blow for Anthony McGill. He's been in every frame so far this evening.
21.
He was in first in the previous frame. He's been in twice in this frame.
22.
Looks like losing them both.
So, pink, red, pink. I believe Anthony McGill needs snookers.
$28. $29.
Ripple of applause tells you that that was virtually frame ball.
35.
I'd like to get this red in though, and then Anthony McGill possibly won't come back to the table. So this is just a case of just dollying this red in, make sure you don't miss it. Then all of a sudden he needs 3 or 4 snookers.
36. Rumble. Marco Fu, 36. And the frame.
Well, Anthony McGill concedes. Marco Fu will be pretty pleased with that because it was a scrappy frame that, but Marco Fu wins it and goes 3 clear for the first time in the match at 11-8.
And then Marco Fu won the next with a break of 100 to make it 12-8. Into frame 21, Fu is on a break of 55.
Well, I can't believe he's just not rolled it in for the
Marco
black.
Fu,
So it takes
55.
the difficulty out of the shot. Commentator's curse, Stephen, eh? 19 out of 21 now. You mentioned 2 rest shots, you missed them both. He's potted the other 19.
Thank you.
There's a gap. Marco somehow would love a colour safe because obviously it appears to be whoever pots the red should win the frame. Got away with, but it's a very easy safety shot for Anthony. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't get it in behind the black. It's a poor effort. Brown's come to the rescue.
Well, Marco's not going to come to look, but he'll have to play cushion first, right in behind the red here. I'm surprised he didn't come to look because it didn't seem enough room to play it. And that may have cost him this frame. That was a very careless shot. To not come around and see if there was room behind the red. Very surprised.
One. Green ball. Four. Six. Nine.
Well, how will that misread with the rest affect Marco Fu?
$13.
As long as Anthony McGill gets him a pink, he's going to pinch this frame. And that's going to hurt Marco.
$18.
Well, what a topsy-turvy frame this has been. McGill looked like we needed one visit, he missed. Marco Fu looked like clearing the up, he missed. Anthony McGill pots the remaining 6 balls to win the frame and close the gap to 12-9.
Anthony McGill breaks off. Still in this match. Still got hope. A wry smile. Poor break off. No, nice pot. He's not going to stop. There's a cue ball to either run, which it has done. And has he got an angle in the yellow? The break-off Willie has become such an important shot in snooker, hasn't it?
I'm so surprised this week at how many times they've left that opening red.
3.
Surely you've got to find a different way of breaking off.
I mean, the long ball that was left for Marco, you know, the top players probably expect to get that, what, 7, 8 times out of 10?
Especially with the hand on the table. I mean, if you get nearer the cushion, maybe not that high, but with the hand on the table, cue ball near the baulk line, I agree with you.
The last thing Anthony McGill wants is to hand this to Marco Fu. He wants to make him work for the victory.
10.
Won't be happy with that shot because he would love to have let's just put a can on the bunch, can on the bunch of reds there. He can finish low in this red, and he's going to be opening maybe 2 or 3 reds in playing it.
17.
On bottom, so again, don't leave the cue ball in the side cushion.
18.
I followed it. He's dead straight. It's not good because I can't see a red to play for.
His body language tells me he is dead straight. So he either just has to stun it in and play a red to top right-hand corner, or maybe right middle, or play the very tricky pink, which I don't think he'll play. If he just rolls the black in dead weight, he still have the red into the yellow pocket as well, which takes all the pressure off potting the black. We're right behind the shot as Marco is, and there is a slight chance of going around 2 cushions, but only just. Created an angle, played it very well indeed. Don't know whether the red passes the blue, we'll know in a moment. If it does, it's a great shot.
25.
Well, if it does, he couldn't have picked the cue ball up with his hand and put it any better. That's the shot he played. That's the shot of the night so far. Timed that one very well. Almost
33.
He's almost surprised himself at the action he's got in the cue ball there. He played for the red to the left corner.
His facial expression was he was amazed how much he got it in. Now, he was 19 out of 19. He was then 19 out of 21. And now it's 20 out of 22. That wiped his feet, didn't it?
34.
It was a good shot, though.
Just one shot away from making this a chance to win the match. It's still awkward at the minute. Right, it's all about the angle he gets on this next black now.
41.
This is Anthony McGill's last chance, I feel, because if he gets
42.
the cannon on the 2 reds to the right of the black there, if he hits that middle red of the 3 full ball, it should be frame match over. There's the cannon, there's the full ball. It's hard now to see how he's not going to score the desired amount of points.
49. Sure.
Needs another 19 points from here to leave Anthony McGill needing a snooker. And that's not a bad thing, pushing that red out of the way, because it should anything happen where he breaks down, that's in his favour, that red.
You would think this is a shot for the match if he plays this right. He has done. Well, he's just coming another couple of inches to the right
57.
corner. Possibly cannon the red to the right of the pink and leave the pink to the left middle.
Just ran a little bit too far. I can't just roll it in dead weight because he can't hit it slow enough to hold for the 2 reds to the right of the pink. So he may have to play the cannon on the pink now, or the cannon on the red just to the right of the pink. That's what he'd like to play. Because if he hit too thin and lose the white, Stephen, it is the right shot, isn't it? Play the cannon on the red next to the pink.
Yeah, you almost want to try and aim for the gap between the pink and the red to the right of it, thinking, you know, you're never going to find that gap. He's looking to see if he can follow through of 2 cushions to leave a red to the right centre. I think,
like you say, if he plays almost the gap, he's got to hit either pink or red.
He's got to like play the cannon as if he's trying to put the white on the pink spot.
So the break is 58. 2 more reds, 2 colours needed. After this blue.
Looks like he's playing 2 cushions for red to right middle.
Well, I know my colleague sitting next to me, Mr. Stephen Hendry, couldn't
63.
have played that shot.
As a top player, you have to know the natural angle where the cue ball is going to go with that shot, and I'm very surprised he's played. I mean, we can give him the benefit of the doubt, and perhaps he got a strong bounce off the second cushion here, but that never looked on to finish on that red that's to the right.
And the cannon are the red or pink we kept talking about. If he was closer to the cushion, OK, he may have had to jack up too high to play it, but the angle was perfect.
Does this red pass the pink to the right middle? Surely not.
It does. Is it there? It's there.
64.
Amazing. Didn't look on.
Yeah, slight raise of the hand there to his opponent. He didn't know that red went.
That obviously wasn't the red he played for then.
Well, the brown puts him 68 in front, 67 on. So I suggest that's the one he'll take. The blue is missable, especially if he's looking at a cannon. It's the shot to keep the break going, there's no doubt about it.
But this blue is a lot more difficult than the one we suggested to play the cannon, so I think he's just trying to play the blue plain ball. He may even kiss the outside red anyway. He's just playing it dead weight, play the cannon, and that should be frame of match.
$69.
Well, that 69
Marco Fu,
break
69.
could and maybe should take Marco Fu into the quarterfinals of 13-9 victor.
And that left Anthony McGill with too much to do. That was the end of his crucible dream for another year. Marco Fu reaching the quarterfinals for the first time since 2006 when he made the last four.
Very nice, very happy. I'm in the quarterfinal of the World Championships. I think the last time I got to the quarters was 10 years ago. Tend to struggle in the second round in the previous years. I think I lost in the last 16 for the last maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years already. So it's nice to go one step forward.
Just a combination of a lot of little, just basic mistakes, just missing so many easy chances. Not the best player in the world yet, so you play like that sometimes, so I just need to get better.
Technically, I'm definitely a lot better now than I was 10 years ago, but I think I need to find some inspiration for the next match, but I'll get there. I'm in the quarterfinal of the World Championships, so I'll be up for it.
Well done to Marco Fu. He will now play either Ronnie O'Sullivan or Barry Hawkins in the quarterfinals. Next to a fascinating tussle between two veterans. Ali Carter, twice a beaten finalist here at the Crucible, taking on Alan McManus, who knocked out fellow Scot Stephen Maguire in the first round. Carter had the edge at the end of the first session. This is the story of the second.
Ali Carter having that two-frame advantage, so it'll be very interesting to see how this second session pans out.
Fantastic shot.
Oh, well, would you believe it? So will he play the cannon? Played it well, played it very well, and that's enough for Ali Carter. Still leads 5-4.
I don't believe that. I don't think I've ever seen a cushion bounce as badly as that. It's laughable.
Alan McManus stays in his seat. He's now 2 behind. Good clean pot. This looks good. This looks good. This looks very good. Alan McManus has reduced his arrears now to just 1. Still trails 7-6.
played it slow. That's brave. What a great shot. It's all about this pink.
They're never easy, those, believe me. Maybe worth the risk. And he's got it. He leads 8-6. Alan McManus hanging on in there.
Super shot.
Oh, yeah.
It's there. Ali Carter should be the happier of the two. He leads at the end of the second session, 9 frames to 7.
And they play to a finish in the morning. Next, we'll turn our attention to the meeting of two pals. Wales's former world champion Mark Williams taking on English qualifier Michael Holt. There were lots of hugs and kisses before they started this match, and there was no splitting them either at the end of the first session. 4-4. Williams won the first 2 frames of the evening session before Holt pulled one back, and then in frame 12, this happened. Now, keep an eye on the cue ball here and watch the bounce coming up on the top cushion. Williams and Holt had been complaining in the first session about the state of the table, and they both appeared to be baffled by this bounce. And then for some reason, Mark Williams decided to show us his style of shoes as well. Not sure what that was all about, but Michael Holt saw the funny side anyway. Well, Holt went on to win that frame to make it 6-6. Williams won the next 2 to make it 8-6. We pick it up in the next frame. Holt trailing 37-1.
Good effort from Michael. Needed a bit of help from the yellow to slow the cue ball down. Now, are we going to see another Mark Williams special? Got plenty of cue power. Not this time. Oh, where's the red going? Where's the red going? Where's the red going? Over the pocket.
Big shot to take on then. He was playing to put the white on the balk line as well, behind the balk, sorry, on the cushion. It was just getting out of something rather than play good safety there, I felt, you know. The chance of getting on the colour was slim. And the last thing at this stage that Mark Williams wanted to do is leave Michael Holt on, because he's really been out of it for over 30 minutes. He didn't pot a ball. Mind, if he'd have potted the red, we'd have said it is a wonderful shot. Michael Holt will be what we phrase as cold at the moment. He hasn't had shots and he's got no feel in his hands really. He needs to play a few good shots just to get going now. 3 or 4 good shots and he'll be okay.
Six. $13. $14.
Now then, he's had his few good shots, so Hopefully he's got the feel back in his hands. A lot to do to win from here, but he's certainly going to get back in to this frame that
21.
Mark Williams seems to have dominated.
That was a nice shot. A little bit more difficult than it looked because of the pace at which he had to play it. And at that pace, if you catch any part of the jaw at all, even if only just, the ball won't go in. Playing for a red in the middle here. Played the cannon. It's a fabulous shot. It could have gone wrong. That was a very aggressive shot, and he deserved a bit of good fortune there. Interesting to see if he can hold the white here, because this is quite thin. Oh my God, he can't believe it.
Michael Holt, 29.
Well, it was thinner than it looked on your TV screens, and it's fractionally too thick. These middle pockets are small. It's not the sort of shot, to be perfectly honest, that you can miss on a club table, but on these championship tables, the middle pockets are very small. And that's a missed opportunity.
One.
For Michael Holt. Just when he looked to have regained his composure. Just a slight lapse in concentration.
Mark Williams, 1.
But it's only cost him 1 point.
So far, yes, but it's not good. It's the old thing that, you know, I mean, we've done it to ourselves, Peter, many times, you know, you're concentrating so hard in avoiding the bar colours with the white that you just don't put enough focus really on the pot. It was a very thin cut, and you think he was trying to force an angle in a way, you know, to make sure he got through the bar colours. You can see the reaction in his face. He knew what he'd done as soon as he hit it, you know. He can't roll up onto this red on the right now because of the reds in the centre available. It's going to be tough here to get out of this one. You can certainly hit the reds. It's easy enough, those two reds by the pink there. He's having a look here now at the red on the outside of the two. He's trying to catch that like finish and take the cue ball back down the balk area. Best of luck.
Well, on a good day, you fluke the red into the right-hand black pocket. On a bad day, you stick it up.
One.
Knox, I'm going to get a lot of look.
8.
Looks really mad looking at the cushion all the time. There's something wrong with him, he's thinking. Every time he plays a shot, it's
9.
Couldn't get to you. Now then, this is the big shot here. Get behind this red and he'd be a good chance. Well, he didn't get behind it. He's on it, but I thought he'd get closer than that. Didn't like to use too much side.
16.
Yes, Terry. He wasn't too pleased with himself there. This is tough. It's missable. played that really well.
17.
Played that really well. Excellent shot. Well played. So you get the feeling that Michael Holt has missed a trick in this frame.
26.
This really important frame. A frame that he desperately wanted to win, to only trail 8-7. He'll now find himself 9-6 behind.
$38.
Exhibition stuff then from Mark Williams. Ooh, almost got that one.
38 on the frame, Mark Williams.
So then both players have been out, but it's Mark Williams who's starting to dominate this match. He now leads Michael Holt by 9 frames to 6.
And it is looking good for Mark Williams. Let's show you what happened in the final frame of the session. Holt to play, trailing by 14 points.
Needs to be wary of the red on the left-hand side cushion. Played it thick enough to avoid that. That's a very attacking safety shot. Needs some help from the green. He's not got it. And it's very dangerous to allow Mark Williams to get his hand on the table, as opposed to being tight on the baulk cushion. He'd love to take this red into the left-hand black pocket. I'm not so sure he can play it with enough check side to avoid the pack of reds, and that's why he chose to play it thin and play safe. Just keeping the pressure on Michael now. This requires a good safety shot. Needs to avoid the bumper of the middle pocket. Doesn't want to hit it too thick. Made sure he hit it thin. Hit it too thin. Jaws of the pocket just slowing the cue ball down a touch. Mark Williams is taking this on. Fantastic. And a very nice kiss on the blue.
You could say Mark Williams has had a little bit better of the run of the balls, but he's earned that, hasn't he? The way he's played,
7.
He's played a lot better than Michael Holt in this second session.
8.
Sometimes out there you've got to make your own luck. I don't think Michael Holt has really missed a lot, does he? When you think back here, he's had a lot of difficult safeties, awkward long pots, and kept off the table a while. But you know, he's probably played worse than this. But this is as good as I've seen from Mark Williams for a while.
$14. $15.
Mark Williams seems to have this uncanny ability of controlling matches without looking as if he's doing anything special.
22.
But of course what he does do is make it very hard for his opponents, plays a lot of
23.
very good safety. Great tactician. was not happy with the result there.
30,
himself
touching ball.
bridging over the red. Made that look easy, and it wasn't. That was a very good shot.
31.
You certainly fear the worst for Michael Holt now, Terry.
38.
Because Mark Williams is beginning to get into the groove.
39.
And when he does, he has a tendency to win frames very quickly. Such is the fluency with which he plays.
46.
Great cue ball
47.
control. Generally leaving himself a series of very soft stun and screw shots and follow through shots. Great touching amongst the balls.
54.
68 head, 75 on. And that
55.
red is Michael Holt requiring snookers. And within no time at all, Michael Holt is now going to be 10 frames to 6 behind.
61. 62.
Mark Williams will be very pleased with his day's work, even if he's not been very pleased at all with the bounces and the kicks that he's got today.
67. 68. Mark Williams, 68 on the frame.
Possession battle really. Mark Williams is 4 frames in front overnight, finishing off tomorrow afternoon. This match, he's 10-6 in front.
So Mark Williams looking good for a place in this year's quarter-final. That is it from us, but Snooker Extra is on very shortly over on BBC One. And before we go, we should say best wishes to Dennis Taylor, who is recovering in a local hospital, having had his appendix out. Wish you a speedy recovery, and we hope to see you soon. So we'll see you at 10 o'clock in the morning over on BBC Two as live coverage of the 2016 Betfred World Snooker Championship continues. We'll show you the conclusion of the match between Alan McManus and Ali Carter. From all of us here, good night.
Go back in time.